a dope move.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where fanatics and pro athletes get together and talk about all things sports and things that surround it. I am one of the hosts, Jay Stoggs, and of course, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why we even call this show what it is, Big Game James. What up, Big Game? How's it going?
Raise the red cups, baby. What's happening?
Man, solo up. If you know about a red cup, then you know. If you don't,
you're bad.
Then you don't. Yo,
you're bad.
It's been a crazy week, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see you again. Of course, you know, on Chop Shop, Sports Chop Shop that we do here on Big Game Sports Buzz, Big Game Entertainment. You know what I mean? Tuesday at 6 p.m. Make sure you check us out. Yo, it's so much fun. Come in, join the conversation. Of course, we have our guy A Reed and our dude Smitty from ATL. We have different people that come on, both pros and fans that come on and talk about all things sports, man. It's really fun. It's
Jay,
flowing.
Call it what it is. It's
what
madness. It's madness. It might be a little bit of ignorance that come out of it as well.
No,
but it's
please don't use that adjective. It's not
okay.
little,
It's good time. It's madness. Okay, it's not little. It's a lot of madness.
It's a lot of madness.
Hey, I told somebody the other day, and we're gonna get this thing going. Not gonna get on kilter.
Yeah.
Why did we talk about LeBron James's hair,
man,
so much to when I saw the game later on that night? I couldn't even hardly. I laughed for the first 30 minutes of the Lakers and Mavericks game, dog. I could not even watch the game. It was just straight up like
just focused.
It looked like baby hair at the top. Like just it's bad, dog. So
just wisp.
I'm going to send him I'm going to send him the Baldwin Clippers that Smitty spoke on. Bro. I really am.
I'm telling you, man, get that boy some hymns. Before we go on, make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash the bell so that you know when Big Game Sports Buzz and all things Big Game Entertainment will be on YouTube, Facebook. You can also make sure that you can also hear us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And, of course, if you like the show, buy us a coffee, help us grow, www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. Yo, we really appreciate it. Whenever you do that, that helps us grow the channel, helps us with merchandise, and also helps us do other things that you want us to do. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we're trying to get this. We got this giveaway that we about to try to do. So
yes, sir.
Any coffee y'all buy is a good one. Hey, just do me a favor, y'all. Skip your favorite coffee joint because the line gonna be long anyway. You got to get to work and just get to the job. Pull out the phone,
right?
Buymeacoffee.com and hit up Big Game James and Jay Stoggs with about 2 of them coffees, 2 of them double shot lattes y'all was about to get at the Bucks of Stars. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yo, let's go ahead and get into it, man.
4 downs, baby. I know it's ignorance has started already. I'm my own yes sir.
So, yo, this is the portion of the show, of course, where we look at the things that has been happening the whole week, and we say, man, look, we've got to talk about this, but we make sure that we cut out the fluff and we go straight for what it is. Yo, Alberto, what's up, my guy? Yo, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Alberto, my guy, he's one of my favorites now. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorites. Yeah, but on that first now, Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson, of course, is the head coach of Grambling State University. Okay, it is Grambling State University, historically black college university. He hired Art Briles to be his basically awesome offensive coordinator, consultant person down there, and now has had to backtrack because of the backlash And of course, if you're not familiar with Art Briles and what he has done or what he's known for down in Baylor, little place called Waco, Texas, they had, I think, over like 40 allegations of sexual assault and things like that, misconduct when it comes to his football players. And so he was summarily dismissed, tried to get on a couple other places, and then, Hugh said, hey, why don't you come down to Grambling? One of the reasons why he got a lot of backlash was also because he released a statement through his foundation, Hugh Jackson did, stating why he hired Art Briles and why we should, look for forgiveness. So for this person. So, Big Game, of course the question comes to you, man. What was he thinking? Was this right?
I got a couple of different ways I feel about this, Jay. And, no matter how you answer this or how you bring this subject to people, people gonna take it the wrong way. Some will, some won't. Yeah. This is my whole thing. We always preach about second chances in this world, in this country. And yet when certain things come up, I feel like some people make it about them. Let's just go ahead and call it what it was, man.
Yeah.
The biggest opponent to this hiring was Doug Williams. Yeah. Doug Williams is the face of Grambling, so to speak. First black quarterback to win a Super Bowl MVP. Legendary at Grambling for his play, not his coaching. But at the same time, he made the most fuss and noise about this hiring. Now, was Art Briles wrong for a lot of the things that happened at Baylor? Oh, hell yeah, because this is the whole thing. Briles swore up and down he didn't know a lot of what happened on that campus. And first and foremost, as the head coach, you have to know what's going on. Now, I know sometimes there's people in places that will try to protect you because they feel like, hey, if he don't know, he can't go down for it. Right. Let's sweep it under the rug and let's keep it quiet. It all came to light. They got exposed for what they did. They tried, they rectified it. He stepped down, yada, yada, yada. Moved on, did some high school coaching, won some state championships, 3A ball here in Texas, whatever. And he gets hired at Grambling State. Hugh Jackson did some dumb things too, but at the same time, with all the pressure now, because let's get this straight, Jay, you know this, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Grambling went and got Hugh because Jackson State got Deion Sanders. They skipped over the normal rotation of hiring HBCU black coaches to go get a higher profile guy that has NFL ties and that may be able to get better coaches in there, correct?
Yeah, but is that wrong for them to do that?
No, it's not wrong at all. So my whole point is, you can't have it both ways. You can't want to win by any means necessary. Then like, whoa, flag on the play. You wouldn't got a guy that was involved in a sexual scandal. Hey, dude, you knew you knew the chances. You run the risk of crazy headlines for the reward of winning sometimes. Yeah. And let's just be real. If you want to continue to snatch these D1 athletes to get them these NIL deals that'll make them bypass these D1 schools, you're going to have to bring in the non-traditional minds to coach it up and have the success you want to. And I think that's why Jackson stepped out to Art Briles, because no matter what you want to say about him, he started out as a high school coach. He turned a tore down, beat up, jacked up Baylor Bear program into something that was known for football on the field before the scandal happened. So he does know what he's doing football wise. He just got caught up with the mess because of some of the type of students that they did bring in there.
Yeah, no. I agree with you saying. Of course, I mean, Art Briles is a great football coach, but as we've witnessed and as you know, obviously firsthand, just because you know football doesn't make you a great football coach, or especially a head coach.
Right, exactly.
As a head coach, you have to be more. And so the question really comes down to, and when Hugh Jackson released his statement, he talked about, forgiveness, and aren't we or shouldn't we be people that say, look, we're going to give you a second chance. You learned your lesson. You knew it was wrong. There's some redemption in this. How long should he – well, here's the other question then. How long should Art Briles stay out? How long should Art Briles be frozen out of working?
This is my thing. He stepped down from that situation. He's coming into another situation where he's not even the head man. The focus shouldn't even be about what he did in his past. Right. Because like I said, you got people throwing rocks at this glass house, right, and they don't see the rocks that's behind the glass house they living in. Right. Some of these people have their own dirt they should be worried about.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, we always talk about it, and I'm not trying to be funny, even as black people. Oh, I need another chance. They got to give me another chance. The white dude want another chance, and we want to throw into the wolves and not give him one. It can't be a double standard all the time.
Right. I get that, but to your point that you made a little bit earlier, they went the roundabout way. They did overstep some other coaches that definitely, I would say, are deserving of the job. But when you look at what you're trying to do, and this, and I know this as well, is that college football is about recruiting.
Yep.
It's about recruiting. And if you cannot recruit those guys, and again, D1, so you're not only now competing against D1 Alabama, not even Alabama, like Louisiana Tech, those schools, now you're competing against Dion that's pulling D1,
right,
and Eddie George that's pulling D1
right
recruits. And so now you got to say, hey, we got to pull these guys and let them know that if you come here, your next step can be
right
NFL, because we're going to teach you
and
NFL way.
And Jay, and our Browse has a recruiting chain that touches Texas. So
absolutely.
He could pull people in to Louisiana at Grambling State from the great state of Texas that is, the football mecca in high school, right?
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to erase the past of what he was involved in. We all know it was wrong what went down. You know what I'm saying? You can't just treat young women any old kind of way and expect to just get away with it. But at the same time, when does the punishment fit the crime and you can move on and you get another chance? Because I'm not perfect, dog, right? We all know we're not perfect. We've done something. Everybody has a skeleton in their closet.
Yeah.
And the person who was throwing the stones at Art, if he coughed, a bone might fly out his mouth.
That's why he's been real
That's
quiet.
all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Man, we can stay there for a minute. But, we have 4 downs. That was just the first. Let's go ahead and move on to that second one. Again, make sure that you smash the bell, like the podcast that we have going on, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe so you know what we got going on. You can always come back. And you can share it with your friends. That's the other thing. Make sure that you share it. Share it with your people that you like, love, or even hate. You say, see, I told you. Big Game told you. J Stocks told you. Right? So, second down. Are you going to watch USFL? So they had their draft, and I don't know if anybody watched it, but
I looked it up afterwards, Jay. I'm not going to lie to you. It came on because it really, when they had it, when we were getting ready to do the chop shop, so I really couldn't watch it live anyway.
Sure.
I did. Did you go back and look at any of the names?
Not at all. Not at all. Like I wanted to, but I was like, I think I'll watch some anime.
Right. So, but that doesn't determine if you're going to watch it or not, though, right?
That's true. I mean, I've given every other league a chance. I've watched the XFL. I've twice.
Okay, got you.
I've watched the XFL twice. I've watched the USAA, SSSSAA, whatever that was.
Hey,
football
man,
league.
Stop.
It was a lot of letters. It was a lot of letters.
He said the USAA.
It was like the United States American Alliance of
had like 9,000
Athletic
names,
Footballers League of America. Like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And I watched it. It was interesting, but I mean, look, man, you have to put a good product on the field. I think this is some of the things that we look at with, other leagues like WNBA is one, where you have to have name brand players. You have to have players you're like, ooh, I'm excited to see that. And the fact that the NFL isn't really involved with it, like this could definitely be a step for them. There are some players that, Big Game, tell me, look, you have rookies, you have second year, third year players that it just didn't click because of where they came from, where they were, the programs they may have been in, and it just wasn't set up for them to succeed on the pro level.
Right.
But now you have some pro level, coaching and programs where now you're like, okay, yeah, I got raw talent, but I don't know what a receiving tree is. I don't know what that is. Because there are players.
Hopefully they know that. You should learn. You should get coached up enough in high school to start understanding what the tree is. But at the same time, I know it doesn't happen. I know it doesn't happen.
Some colleges don't run receiving tree. They don't know.
Well, you know why? That's because they scheme. They do different schemes and concepts to where they don't teach the whole tree and the whole breakdown. That's a show. That's a show by itself.
Auburn.
That's a show by itself. Yeah, Gus Malzahn was
Clemson.
Anyway, man, it's
like
ridiculous.
where are their receivers? I don't see none of their receivers in the league.
I mean, they out there. But this is my whole thing with the USFL, man. I'm that guy that because I like football so much, I will watch it if it's on again. Like I watched the XFL. Hell, when Arena League was shown on TV, I would watch that.
Arena League. Yeah.
I catch myself in the summer before training camp starts watching Canadian football. I catch myself watching CFL. I give everything a chance, and this is my whole thing. You'll get so many people like, man, it's not the league, man. I can't watch that. Dude, you still couldn't play that. You couldn't play the league. You can't play USFL. Hey, let's not slight the work that these young men are putting in. And we know a lot of them, their dream is to get to the NFL.
Yeah.
And they need plays. They need reps. They need work. I think that this can be good for those guys. But at the same time, maybe for some minorities, it's their chance to get into ownership and coaching because they can't get that shot in the NFL. So I'm looking at the big picture of everything, of how different people can benefit from it. And I'm excited about the USFL being around and being ready to go, man. Yeah,
look, I'm with you on that. I watched and I still watch arena football. I'm definitely down for that. If it's sports, I'm gonna watch it, man. That's just the kind of fan I am. Look, we got a lacrosse team in Fort Worth. I'm gonna go watch them. I'm gonna get tickets to go see that. I'm gonna go watch pro lacrosse.
Right.
So we'll talk about it on the show. I'll probably just be me. And begin like, oh, okay, that's cool. But
I know lacrosse. I mean, like I said, I don't knock sports. Like lacrosse is cool. I don't play it, but but I've checked it out a couple times because I've had some of my former students that play football for me be lacrosse players also, and like, hey coach, man, you gonna check me out? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, hey man, I don't know what that was called, but that was cool.
Look for that. You will see a recording of us playing lacrosse. We're gonna go out. I know some folks. We'll go out and play some lacrosse.
I don't know how much playing nowadays I can do, Jay. Dude, you'll hear about that in our oh hell no, but
just at least get the stick, pass the ball around. We're gonna at least try and do that.
Okay.
I know some people. They got some gear. We can go and do that.
Okay, that's cool. Cool.
Got you, bro. Got you. I know.
But yeah, hey, but as far as watching USFL. I'm down to give it a chance. They got 8 teams. I think it'll be some decent football. Some of the guys that they drafted that I went back and I went to their USFL Twitter page, and they drafted some guys that were good football players at Power 5 schools that didn't make the NFL. So, this is their chance, man. So I think it's gonna be cool to watch and see, and I'm gonna give it a chance. Even if I'm the only one in my house watching it, I'm gonna watch it.
Well, I mean, it's going on during the summer, so it's a slow, sports cycle during that time. Usually have MLB, which we're about to talk about here.
We might not have, exactly.
Which we might not have here, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that in the very next down. But, MLB may not be going on. Obviously, NFL is not going on. Basketball will be done by then. So you have soccer and golf, And MLS is cool. PGA is cool. But, yeah. It's slow. It's slow. But hey, let's go ahead and let's get in that third down.
Yes, sir.
MLB has decided this week to cancel the first 2 series, basically the first 2 weeks of the season, and have locked, and the lockout continues. So the question is Major League Baseball killing their own brand with these lockouts? Because this is not the first in recent history. I think this is like maybe the 3rd or 4th that I can remember during my time frame.
Yeah. Jay, this is my whole thing, man. You know me because you tease me.
Yeah.
What's up, Aaron, man? Hey, glad you're here, brother.
What up?
Jay, I know you tease me because my team won the World Series last year.
What team was that?
And Atlanta Braves, baby.
And
I
who
think
were the players?
And I think I named 2 people off the team, and I wrote them down. I had a cheat sheet that night. I don't even know them right now.
This is Smoltz and David Justice.
Yeah, I said Terry Pennington and Dale Murphy, fool. I went old school with it. But this is my thing. We talk about how millennials in sports nowadays is a different breed, to where these new stadiums are having to build they have to have Wi-Fi capability so
Absolutely.
these young people can access devices and social media accounts and other things while watching the game.
Sure.
We know a lot of times nowadays people are going to games for social functions, not really watching what's on the field, especially when it comes to baseball.
Yeah.
So I don't think baseball can afford to lock out, cut things down, and they already have a younger fan. I mean, young fans already don't have the attention span for how long baseball is, right? So, because you think about it, when you go to a lot of these baseball games, you get older men. They're bringing their young kids. The kids trying to make it, but once you hit a certain age, it's like you see. And I know, God, if I sound racist, forgive me. You see an old ass white man and his young ass grandson. And then a few sprinkles in between people on their devices watching the game of all ethnicities and mixes, right? It's just not a lot of people that's running to watch baseball. So I think it hurts in the long run with this lockout.
You know, MLB has tried to figure out ways to make it more hip, more young, even cutting down. Actually, they have like a pitch clock. So, pitchers like to take their time, walk around the mound, kind of, mess with the rosin bag, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll go ahead and pitch the ball and throw it back, and they do it all over again. And so they tried to speed up the game because it's already like 4 hours long. Another point of it is that, it's definitely in Texas, it gets hot. In a lot of these places, it gets hot. Right. So you're in the summertime, right? Arizona, Florida, California, so they have indoor stadiums now. And so that was the big thing that a lot of guys didn't want to play in Texas or fans didn't want to come out because it was just so daggone hot. And I would try to make at least 2 to 3 games a year to the Rangers. It was hot. I would go, but now when you look at it's an all-day event.
Hey man, I can't do a Major League Baseball game. Well, I take that back. One, the park is Arlington's far, dog. I'm just not gonna drive over there to go sit 4 hours to watch a baseball game. I can't do it. I'll go check out the Frisco Rough Riders. I'll give me a couple good little hot dogs, some popcorn, enjoy it. But then I'm gonna head to the house, man. It takes me all of 10 minutes to get home. I
have an incentive though for you.
What's up?
Okay, we're gonna watch the game this year. Okay. If they have a season, we'll watch it, right? And I'm gonna invite you down, and we're gonna go to the all-you-can-eat porch.
All-you-can-eat porch.
All-you-can-eat porch.
I'm there.
See that right there?
I'm there.
See that right there?
I'm there.
Hot
they
dogs.
don't have Dodger dogs, but it's cool. I'll still come get one of the little Texas dogs and enjoy it.
Oh, bro, obviously you've never heard of the boomstick. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Jay. You sold the big guy.
But they got an all-you-can-eat porch. So, I mean, it's things like that, though, to get people out there. Now, there's some other things they've done where, they have some parts where it's like a real nightclub-y kind of deal. And it's like,
really?
I'm here to watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have, like, steak and potatoes and sushi and stuff. Like,
they got a DJ up in there, dog?
And some of the parts they do, man.
I bet they do.
It's kind of crazy. But as far as the lockout, MLB continues to kill themselves. They continue to shoot themselves in the foot. And what's really going down is, the owners are now saying, look, we want you, and I heard this today, and I think it's so poignant, where they're saying, the owners are saying, look, we want to make this more like the NFL, where we can cut you and we don't have to pay you. Your contract, whatever, null and void. You know what I'm saying?
The players are never going to go for that, though, Jay. They've had these guaranteed contracts forever. The way they've done things, do you think now all of a sudden that's the problem I have with the NFL. I think when they had the last lockout, was that 2009?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the NFL. They should have really held strong to get the guaranteed contracts because the owners still won. No matter what you think you got, the bigger percentage of TV deals, if you get cut, your ass still don't see the money anyway. So baseball, I think, is already it's already planted in the ground, so to speak. It has a standard of how they get paid. They won't, if it comes down to you being able to release me or cut me without me getting paid, they're not gonna give into that. I don't see it happening. I wouldn't.
Now, I think this is where we defer. We will differ in that if you're not playing for my squad, I don't think we should pay for you. I don't think you should get paid. If you're not playing, you shouldn't get paid.
But if I contributed enough going into this point, and my contract stated that you pay me for the length of that contract, that's the deal we had. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying
because I'm looking at A-Rod. A-Rod, is probably I hate A-Rod. I knew it was gonna come up
Alex somehow.
Rodriguez.
I knew
it's MLB, and he's one of the worst people ever, next to Ben Affleck.
Damn, we're going to Ben again now too.
Always.
Oh my God,
Pat Stafford.
It doesn't stop, bro.
It doesn't because he's trash as well. But here's where I have the issue is the Rangers were paying him as he played for the Yankees. And it was one of those things. Yeah, exactly right. He is a thief. Not was, still is.
Damn. Tell them how you feel, Alberto.
Man, it's just one of those things where you get $250 million to, over 10 years to play for the Rangers. It doesn't work out, whatever the case may be. You go to the Yankees, right? We're paying that salary. We're paying that salary for him to play for the Yankees to beat us.
Are you really mad at him?
In the playoffs. Well, yes.
Are you really mad at him for
and
taking advantage of what he was able to get?
He's also an idiot. I mean, there's that part too. So
you're letting your fan emotions get into your feelings about this dude.
I'm a fanatic, and that's what I am.
You are, and that's why it's Big Game Sports Buzz with a pro
there you go.
and a fanatic coming together to bring you everything sports. And Jay Stogg want to fight A-Rod right now.
Let's do it.
If he could. Hey, so if I could get you in a celebrity boxing match with A-Rod, would you really throw hands with him though? Like you really gonna throw them things on him?
Put me down.
Hey, what little Scrappy say? I'm gonna put these paws on him.
Man, look, I'm about to read what Alberto put. You know what, Alberto, you have the golden mic for tonight, bro. I'm reading this.
Go ahead, brother. Read it.
I truly don't understand how a guy like A-Rod shows up on a Shark Tank, right? A show, and then he's allowed to all of a sudden manage a baseball team. Dude, controversy from day one, money management. Look, if it wasn't for J-Lo, no one would know who this guy is.
Hey, dude, real talk, though. The Shark Tank thing is real. Hey, Alberto, thanks for shining some light on that because you're right, man. That's, yeah, I feel you. I don't hate him like Jay Stoggs does, but I feel you on that.
He's a thief.
For him being able to get on, like he's just like entrepreneur billionaire, and he had a head start from all the money he got from baseball. I feel you.
What does he do? What has he done? But okay, so
he swung a bat, bro.
Okay, fine.
Put
LeBron James on Shark Tank.
You can
put Magic Johnson on Shark Tank.
Definitely Magic. Magic definitely deserves a Shark Tank.
Put those guys on there. I'm watching that. But this dude, A-Rod, come on, give me a break.
Got
man.
You, brother. I feel you.
Trash on top of trash on top of trash, bro.
Hey, y'all, I'm hugging Jay Stoggs right now. He need to calm down.
Okay.
I'm patting him on his back. It's okay.
Thank you, appreciate it.
It's
All right,
okay.
look, let's get to the fourth down, man.
Yes, sir.
MLB, you're stupid. Stop it.
Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself and kill your culture. What little you have left, don't cut off. That young fan can't tolerate this nonsense. Y'all already the game's too damn long anyway. So
it is. Stop it. Okay, stop it. Fourth down, and this was almost my hell no. But here's the thing: we had to really get into this.
Where did you find this, dog? This was very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. When you shot me this one, dog.
I'm a researcher, man.
This is a fourth down and an all hell no at the same time.
It really is. It really is. So the New York Liberty franchise was fined this past week $500,000 Why? Because they were chartering flights for their away games instead of using commercial flights. I'm going to say that again. They were fined. The franchise was fined $500,000.
$500,000.
$500,000.
Okay.
Because they were chartering flights for the away games.
Dude.
And not using commercial. The WNBA believed and believes that this gives them or gave them an unfair advantage. Now,
oh boy,
the players cited that whenever they did fly commercial, it was cramped. Mm-hmm. Some of the times they didn't even show up for games and they had to be canceled because they were flying commercial and there were issues that were happening with commercial flights. So the WNBA decided in their infinite wisdom to fine them. Not only that, there were suggestions that they actually would be fined more, like $1 million, or have draft picks taken away.
What? Stop playing.
No. Very serious. And there are also reports that the franchise should have been taken away from these owners.
Well,
bro.
Wow. Yeah, this here, Jay, okay. I'm gonna say this, and we know. Let's just go to the real basics of it.
Yeah,
we know why most of the teams fly commercial is because they're not really making that revenue, and some of the owners don't want to spend as much money on a charter flight.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow, some way, that means they have it in writing and in paper.
Yes,
that they have to agree to fly commercial. Mm-hmm. And no one can fly charter.
Right.
But my whole thing is, if you can afford it, and every man's team flies charter, there's no commercial flying in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
So what's the disadvantage of them? This is asinine to me. If your owner can afford it and decides to put the team on a charter flight, NCAA football teams, Division I has charter flights, bro. What is? I mean, I don't understand this one at all. And this is my thing. We already talked about now the pay not being the same as the men.
Right.
I understand that because of the ad revenue, the revenue that's generated from ticket sales. Right. It's a lot lower. The compensation is different. We understand that. The TV deals aren't as big. I understand that. Hey, I've always said, you can want to get paid as much as the men's game, but until you bring in that same kind of TV dollar, because that's where majority of the money comes from, you can't complain.
Right.
This right here, though, this is bull. If you can afford to put your team on a plane by themselves, it shouldn't be a penalty for that at all. That's jacked up, bro. That's jacked all the way up.
You know, I'm looking at the fact that the revenue sharing must not be what it's supposed to be from the WNBA. I'm looking at the fact that the WNBA itself and the NBA are not truly looking out for their players. If you have to find a team because yes, they took a charter flight out to Napa, and that's how they really got caught because the players were like, yo, we on our charter flight going to Napa, blah, 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 watch us. But it's still the fact that
who the hell were they playing in Napa?
Nobody. The Grapes, and they won. Look. But it's just a simple fact that if you're able to afford a franchise, you can charter a flight. You don't. It's beyond me that you can't get a flight. It's 12 people on the team plus all the other things that go with it, right?
Yeah.
But just the simple fact that you're finding a franchise because they're taking care of their players, and on top of that, the fact that they can show up to the game. That's what got me. That on some of these commercial flights,
I can't even.
Like they miss games because they missed their flight, or the plane was broken, or something was going on, or it got canceled. Like, what are you doing, WNBA? I mean, yeah, that kind of spills into my hell no, because it was like, I can't believe this. This is not real. But this is real. This is an actual report that came out. Yes. So,
man, they should be ashamed of themselves. And like I said, it always comes down to, if you gave me a reason to really prove to me that they had an advantage a bit because they flew by themselves. Now, hey, every other owner quit being cheap.
Man.
Hell, NBA kick in for all charter flights for all WNBA teams.
I mean, it's not like they play a lot of games, and it's not like they have a lot of teams. So, and most of the teams are in the same vicinity or area of of a major NBA squad. So,
right.
I'm not understanding where this partnership they're supposed to have. How does this work? And here's my other thing of this: if it was such an advantage, why didn't they win the championship?
Hello, that part. What the?
Because they didn't, and they haven't. So, dude.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't get it.
And Jay, guess what? That is going to play perfect into our introduction of one of our favorite segments of this show.
Let's do it. Go ahead, hit it.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Yo, that last segment had me sweating, bro.
I see. I saw the hat off, man, when the video was playing.
Yo, every week we go through different things that we see and we hear and we read, just like the report with the WNBA and New York Liberty, and it makes us say, "Oh hell no!" So that's kind of mine. It kind of bleeds into that. I'm popping over to Big Game. Yo, what's your oh hell no for this week?
Jay, I got 1.5 oh hell no's. First and foremost, man, this Saturday night coming up, man. Kobe Covington. And Jorge Masvidal of the UFC are going to fight each other. And these guys started out on the same, with the same fighting team. I think American Top Team down in Florida is their gym. Mm-hmm. And they started out as buddies and friends. And all of a sudden, it's a backstabbing, and they're ready to kill each other, and they want to tear each other's face off. I don't know why. For some reason, I know the hate is real, but I feel like the UFC has just scripted this perfect to pull people in and spend their money on another UFC event. UFC is damn near having an event every weekend or every other weekend. And this is my whole thing. For the way they talk about they hate each other, they should have fought at a bar by now. Like they should have just got together and settled this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And Kobe Covington's such a fake ass. I can't stand this guy. He does the right thing. He makes himself like the perfect villain. He's the perfect villain, and I hate him. So, hell nah to this beef, because I don't really even know if it's true. But they're gonna be it's gonna be good. I say, oh, hell no, because of the way they're building it up, it seems scripted, but I know the hate is genuinely real. And guess what? I'm talking smack, Jay, but guess who's going to be watching that fight?
You will.
I will be watching that fight.
And that's why. Look, Conor McGregor, for all he was, is a showman. It's just like Mayweather, right? For all he was a showman. And all it was to do was to get you and me and others to say, you know what? I'm going to watch that because I want to see what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Alberto. We're awful. The Wilder Fury fight.
It's easy to fall into it, man.
Easy to fall into it.
They know how to sell it to you, dog. And,
bro, this is why. Look, this is why WWE is still so big.
Yes.
When you know it's fake and you know it's scripted, but you know what? People still pay.
Hey man, hush your mouth. That's not fake, dog.
It's fake.
It's not fake, scripted. Dog. Hush your mouth. No.
It's scripted.
Hey, they have better writers than TV shows.
That's true.
Behind the scenes with wrestling.
That's very true.
Yes, indeed, bro.
But it's to bring you in so you're like, okay, let me see what's going on. I've got to see what's going to happen.
Well, it's like the soap operas.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm saying? It's like the character who doesn't sign the contract right away, and they're in a coma for like 25 months. And then all of a sudden they bring them back, but you watch every day, and you know it's going to make for a great story. This is a great – I mean, WWE, great story, right?
You know what, Alberto? First bucket of lemon pepper wings is on Big Game, okay? So –
hey, hold on, man. Hey, You got me buying Alberto wings, dog. Hey, Alberto, buy me a coffee and I'll buy you some wings.
That's a fair trade, bro.
Hey,
but yeah,
but nah,
I'm just saying though, man. Yeah,
that's my all hell no. So now
Yeah.
I love that this oh hell no segment has turned into a oh hell no for the master marketers pulling us in and making us spend money on some shit we know the outcome
that's
to.
it. It is. It's the show for the immortals. I mean, look, but that's why you have guys that are still, in this thing for like 20, 30. Like Brock Lesnar, really? He's still wrestling? Are you kidding me? But that's what it is. It pulls you in. You watching it because like, oh, Brock Lesnar,
Oh, Jesus,
and if The
Jay,
Rock ever decides to come back, I can't tell you how many billions of eyes will be watching that.
Oh, dude, they're gonna tune into Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
Hands down. That's just like, here it is. He got so big and so popular
Yeah.
from UFC. The Minnesota Vikings invited the fool to training camp. He had a shot to play football that we knew he couldn't play football.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar can't move. He can't move that big ass neck. He can't pass rush nobody.
Look, man. Hey, look, if football players can come into UFC and wrestling and boxing, why can't they go the other way?
Man, whatever, dog. All them cats. Greg Hardy's still getting his ass knocked out.
Hey,
but they still put him on cards. And he's still drawing people in. And he's still going night-night.
You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it.
I will.
Because
right.
if Lil Nate Robinson fights again, I'm watching that. I know you're going to get knocked out. I'm watching
I wouldn't that, but that's why you're going to watch it, because you want to see him go to sleep. Wait, here's Andy. Oh, my God. All right, man. So, and then my other old hell now, like, real quick. Go ahead.
I'll watch that. Yeah, at the end of the Reigns Lesnar matchup, yeah. If he does, I'm watching. I'm going to the app. I'm gonna go to the WWE app. I'm gonna buy all of it. Go ahead, man.
So now my other old hell now was I decided to play around with a student at school today, and I decided to show him that I was stronger than him and I could take him down. I won, but I lost at the same time. I heard my hamstring go. It popped. It didn't just pull. That shit said it popped, and I'm up here right now. I think I may have took half a bottle of Tylenol and had a shot of bourbon to try to kill the pain. Bro, I don't think I'm going to be able to walk for the rest of the weekend.
Your liver hates you.
My liver does hate me. Oh, hell nah. Because of my liver and because of my hamstring right now being mad at me.
So much.
I did not need to be playing around with kids at school, and it got me. I'm old, y'all. Jay, I'm old. You call me old all the time. I tell you, watch your mouth. Damn it, I had an old man moment today. Pull my hamstring. It hurts bad.
Folks, there's a reason why I do research, okay? That's the reason. I don't get out here with these young kids. I got young kids in my neighborhood, man. I don't try and go out there with them. I just look at them, tell them, get off my lawn, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do, man. I'm not here for that. I'm not trying to wrestle no kids. I ain't trying to play ball with no kids. Hey, come on, let's go. No.
Hey, man, in my mind, I still got it. I still can run that 489 40 in my mind, dog.
Yeah? Yeah, in your mind.
In my mind.
But your body?
My body's telling me no.
I knew you were going to do a Robert Kelly reference. Let's not do that, okay? We were just talking about Art Briles.
Hey.
Let's keep it on the court, huh? Yo, this is our next segment. Like I did that.
Robert Kelly. Yes, indeed, Jesus.
We're not going to do Robert Kelly.
No Robert Kelly. I'm so sorry.
No Robert Kelly. We already had Art Briles. So, only keep it on the court. This is where we look around the NBA and see what is going down. Hey, so Fat Man Thick, also known as James Hardin.
The beard.
The beard. I call him Fat Man Thick.
Yeah, you did.
76ers.
Oh, man.
Are they a better team with Harden now on the squad? I mean, do we consider them a lock?
They look revitalized. And like we said earlier this year, Joel Embiid not being hurt and playing the way he's playing right now, the way they always said they thought he could play, is amazing. But James Harden looked like he got extra life. Like, dude, have you seen all the memes with the fat suits coming off? Like, I almost wet my pants the other day. They show like James Harden in the Nets in the Brooklyn uniform. Then all of a sudden they show James Harden like with a fat suit, unzipping it, stepping out. Then he had the Philadelphia uniform on.
Sad, man, like 10 pounds lighter.
And he's playing better. He's looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're better for each other right now. I mean, they gave us some components. I still think they helped make Brooklyn good. Like once KD is really fully back, right?
And he
But
come
yeah,
back this week. He come
yeah.
back.
But
He's coming
yo,
back this
like
week.
them fool, and I like Maxey. Maxey plays well, dog. Like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always said that he was underrated coming out of Kentucky when he came out early, and a lot of people slept on him, man. And he's playing up to that, that high level that that the Sixers saw that a lot of people didn't see. They're better for each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. I think what you're saying is true that Philly needed him, and he look. See.
I moved too fast. Go ahead. No,
Yeah.
sorry.
But Philly needed him, and he needed Philly. Ben was just a cancer. It was just too much. I think Ben was just too much. I hate that they had to give up the components as well that they did. I think if you still had the other guys that were there,
but
I think it would definitely help, especially when it comes down to the end of the season when they start getting into playoffs.
Yep.
When you have to use now that 9th, 10th, 11th guy on the bench in those rotations.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're going to see some issues there because look, Harden disappears in playoffs, man.
He does. He
disappears in playoffs.
Hey, man, I'm not trying to be funny. And the reason I say, and I know, am I skipping ahead? Because I know we're talking about, dude, Curry helps Brooklyn a lot. And Drummond is going to help them, too, as a big and a relief. Like, wow, dog. They really did.
Yeah.
They had to make the moves they made, but I feel like they almost made the Nets even better.
Oh, no. They absolutely – look, the Nets won this trade. I don't care what you say. They won, if for nothing else, the picks they got. Right? And you can keep Ben wherever he is. It don't matter because you don't need him for shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got the shooting.
He can be the defender that you want him to be because that's what he's going to help you.
That's it.
He's going to cower and not score at the end of the game. But yet, you don't have to. You got KD for that. And depending on if you're playing home away, you got Kyrie for that.
Well, now you know the
I know.
They're letting them back on because
they're gonna let him
play.
like,
okay, we'll relax it so he can play because they're actually now like in the playoff.
Right. They
scenario.
need that revenue.
That you know what I'm saying. So it's like, look, if they keep sliding, they may not even make the play-in game. So,
oh wow.
I mean, it's just what it is, man. KD has to come back. Kyrie has to play.
Right.
Even though you have the pieces you have, you still need your superstars, man. I mean, NBA is all about the superstars. No, it's a superstar league.
Yeah.
If you don't have them,
it is a superstar-driven league. You're right.
It's a superstar-driven league. And that was kind of the second point we were going to ask. Are the Nets or how good are the Nets now that Durant is back? With Durant back, with Kyrie coming back, I think we answered that question.
Yeah, if little BDB, the gods must be crazy, Durant is healthy, dog, they're scary, man. Like, I still think like
on paper,
we have all these talks and discussions, and sometimes I feel, and I think I heard Steve, I think it was Stephen A. that said it. Sometimes I feel that people sleep on Kevin Durant's ability and what he brings to the game of basketball and what he can do for being a 7-footer, man. Like, people don't even realize how tall he is doing the things he does out there on the wing, shooting the ball and everything else. Kevin Durant's one of the best players in basketball, and yet his name isn't always mentioned up there as being the best right now. Why? I don't know.
LeBron.
It's because of LeBron. It's because of the lame.
Whatever you want to call him, man. It's always that, the fact that he's always on a squad with another good player. You know what I'm saying? So it's never his squad. It's never his team. Even though the reality is when he went to Golden State, it really was kind of his team. You know what I mean? Like, he took over because people went down, people went out. He was a leader on that team.
Yeah.
But now this is truly his squad, and you see what's going on. And so I think the move to Brooklyn has been detrimental to his legacy.
You think detrimental? Because think about Jay, a lot of stuff that happened in Brooklyn is not his fault. He didn't control the narrative of bringing in Fat Harden. He didn't control the narrative of the city and state of New York not letting Kyrie Irving play.
No.
So why do we let that tarnish what Kevin Durant and what he does?
Because here's another thing, and it's not his fault per se, but he's also injury prone. He is not on the court. And so
it's been a little bit the last couple of years. I feel you coming from on that.
And so it's like this. If I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, I love KD. I love Kyrie, I guess, whenever he plays. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, look, KD, where are you? We need you. You're supposed to be like, this squad's supposed to be rolling over people. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the ones that's like, yo, we got this. You know what I'm saying? And they are not. They're not doing it.
Gotcha.
And until they do, yeah, man, KD is always going to be that guy that left Oklahoma City because he couldn't do it with Russ. He had to get on a super squad that had already won.
See, I don't like that narrative, though, Jay, because let's think about it.
But that's the narrative.
I feel you. But now, looking at it now, fast forwarding to now and where we are basketball-wise and seeing who Russell Westbrook is, now do we see why he couldn't win and get it done with Russ?
I mean, it's understandable.
Isn't there more to it than just he had to leave and join someone else, opposed to playing with the guy that was still really about himself in a sense, and too ball dominant to where you can't be ball dominant like Russ wants to be with Kevin Durant on a team where Durant is really going to be that guy and that leader.
Yo, Alberto, this is a good question. We may have to put this on the Chop Shop right here, man. KD or Garnett? That's a great question. That's an excellent question. Damn. But here's what I would say to that, man. That's the same thing people talked about with LeBron. LeBron can't win it. He can't win the big one. That's why he went to Miami. He needed another superstar. Yeah, you need another player. You cannot win it with Boobie Gibson. I'm sorry. You just can't. You can't win it with Delonte West. I'm sorry. You can't. You can't win it with Varejao. You can't. You have to have the other person there.
You got to have another component. I feel you on that, man.
You know what I'm saying? So him leaving, and I think you bring up a great point. Him and Russ weren't going to make it. They weren't going to win.
They weren't. But think about it, Jay. Back in the day, we didn't really see that. I mean, think about how many years forward. Yeah, I know. And I'm just saying, think about how many years fast forward to where we go like, damn, Russ is a problem. Russ is about Russ. Russ is the superstar that needs to go play with mid-tier players to make that team better, where he can ball dominate the way he wants to.
Right. And yeah, I brought up Paul Pierce. He couldn't do it as well. Big Three was born. Had Garnett, had Allen. Everybody played their role. They were all still – they were aging superstars, but they were still superstars. They were still number ones on the squads that they came from.
Because even back in the day, Jay, if you think about Jordan and the Bulls, Magic and the Lakers, Larry and the Celtics, you still had key components. It's just the free agency market was different back then, to where when guys got drafted and they became those players, they were on that team. I mean, man,
you can talk about Larry Bird, obviously great player, right? One of the all-time greats. But you still had Robert Parrish. You still had Rick Carlisle. You still had people that were on this squad that were doing it. Obviously, with Magic, you had Cooper, you had AC Green, you had Kareem, you had all these other guys that were doing it, right, on the squad to help you. Jordan didn't do it by himself. He did not. And I get kind of tired of when people say, well, it's Jordan. No.
Right. And I know we give Scottie Pippen hell, and y'all ever get a chance, check out the episode that we call Pippen is Tripping. But Scottie Pippen was an intricate part to that team and those wins, and Scottie Pippen was better than a role player.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
You can talk about Scottie, but he got the same amount of rings as Jordan. Those are facts, people. Same amount of rings, okay?
Let's not start the ring count talk again.
And he's also a top 50 player, so.
It goes left fast.
There you go.
Hey,
man. All right, yo.
Love it.
Let's go ahead. Let's get into this last segment, man. We're not going to do it overtime. We're going to go ahead and go into our top 5.
Are we skipping overtime? We don't want to talk about your boy real quick?
Nah, it's all right, man.
All right.
We'll keep it for Cowboy.
We got time. We got 6 minutes, but it's cool. We'll keep it.
We'll need all 6 minutes because sometimes people have a top 100. They have a top 50, a top 25, or even a top 10. But here on Big Game Sports Buzz, we make it hard for people because they want to cheat. But we're going to hold them accountable. That's what we're going to do.
Hey, y'all,
we're going to hold them accountable.
Speak subliminally to certain people. No one's cheating the list.
Listen, this
5 is 5.
Listen, this week's top 5 female singers of all time. All right? Mm-hmm. This is a hard one. This is tough. Don't just spit it out because you think you know, but top 5 female singers.
Tough.
This is a hard one. Bro. I'm going to have Big Game go first because he's going to cheat, and I want you to catch it.
Hey,
Catch
man.
it.
First and foremost,
Catch it.
I'm appalled that you want to call me a
That's
cheater.
a big word.
On the Chop Shop
That's a
on
big
Tuesday,
word.
you called your boy a hater, and I'm
You're
still
a
trying
hater.
to figure out why you called me a hater.
You know, go
to
check out
everyone
Chop Shop, you'll see it.
in the YouTube and Facebook and podcast universe. But it's okay. I forgive you, dog. I still love you.
Do it.
So this top 5 list, y'all, top 5 female singers of all time.
Yes, sir.
And Jay, can I say it without saying my list first and foremost? I think I had 12 names written down, dog. This is how hard you made it for me, because I tried to go back to that Saturday morning list when my mom was cleaning the house and what she had playing, right?
Yeah.
To today, to other genres. Dude, this is tough, but I'm gonna give you
tough.
5. No honorable mentions.
No
co-MVPs.
Man, I really wanted to put so-and-so on the list.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. I won't do that today. I
that's
promise.
how you do.
If I do it, mute my microphone. Hey,
Gotcha.
So, I write mine in
ready.
order. I don't know if this is a certain order, but number 5, man, I put Katy Perry down there. Katy Perry. It's just something about being around those kids at school, and they play that every now and then. It's a whole different vibe and feel, but she really has talent and can sing. So you're making a face because I know I surprised you with that, and I know
right off the bat,
there's no turning back. I know this. Hey, but Katy Perry made my list, dog. Laugh all you want, hit it up. Hey, check those chats out, Jay, while I'm doing this too.
I got you, man.
So Katy Perry.
You.
Hey, number 4. One of my mom's favorites that I loved when she played this at the crib back in the day, Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle, just like, I wish I could sing, but she did that "Someone That Love You, Baby," and then she had a bomb ass cookbook as well too.
Oh yeah, she does.
You can cook and you can sing. Patti LaBelle, I'll adopt you, let you be my big mama. All right. Number 3, Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys, man.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys is amazing, and not just the fact that she can sing her butt off, but she also can play the piano and compose music. I love it. Alicia Keys.
Yeah. Whatever it is, Alberto, it doesn't matter. Solo or Kids Bop, man.
Kids Bop. Wow, okay, that's where y'all going with me. Hey, that's okay. Mariah Carey.
That's a good one.
Mariah Carey, dog. Mariah can go and she can sing.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me, man. Rest in paradise, Whitney Houston.
That's good. That's good. I'm surprised at some of those.
Surprised. So are you really saying you like everything on my list but one?
I'm not
like
saying I don't like it.
You're looking like you don't dig the Katy Perry.
This is your list. What did we say pre-show? You have to defend it and live with it. It is there for eternity. So right. Katy Perry, I know what to get you for your birthday. All right, so here's my top 5 list. I don't do it in any particular order. So let's just go ahead and go for it. Man, look, I agree with you, Alicia Keys. Yo, that girl right there, oh, my God. Once she came onto the scene, it was like everybody else just stepped back and hold on. Right. I had to go old school, man. And my old school joint was Etta James. That's my boo right there, man. That's my girl.
Okay. You went back. Yeah, okay.
I did, but that's
great
one,
music though. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have that on vinyl. I pop that on sometimes when I just need to, and there it is.
Vinyl.
A vinyl
guy.
I'm a vinyl. I'm that dude.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston, I agree with you, man. Yo, that's a voice for the ages, bro. There's no one that can touch
that
her,
forever voice, bro.
No one can touch her, bro. I was surprised I didn't hear this on your list. Aretha Franklin, man.
I tried to. I told you I hated you for this.
I know
for this list, dog, because I had Aretha Franklin down there, and I took her off, and I scratched her out, and I tried to touch a little bit of different genres, like I told you, bro.
I hear you, man.
And yes, dude, your list is on point right now, brother. I can't argue with you. Aretha was bad, boy.
Riri's my girl, man. And then of course, rounding it out. My girl forever, and it was very tough for me to get this one. Very tough. But Alberto, I'm with you, bro. Anita Baker, man.
Woo! Okay.
Anita Baker, bro.
Anita Baker is another one. But Jay, come on, man. Think about it. I'm not saying nothing.
That's okay.
Can you believe both of us just gave a list? No, for real. Both of us just gave a list, and Beyonce was not on that list at all.
Look, you know what?
Do you think she can sing, or is she just a name that sells?
She is an entertainer.
Okay, there we go.
And she can sing, but if I have to listen to, like, here's what I do. I'm an audiophile, right? Where if I can take all the music away, which I do this sometimes. If I take the music away and just listen to just the voice,
okay,
that's it for me.
Okay.
Beyonce ain't it.
She not
it.
Is she top 10? For
No.
you breaking it down voice-wise? No? Oh, wow.
No, because again, and we may do this in a little bit of overtime because we're now at like 7. So, you know, we're hitting our end. Okay. Check us out overtime. We'll, kind of talk about some people that we did leave off the list here. But, for Jay Stoggs, Big Game James, this is Big Game Sports Buzz. Big shout out to ASAP All Sports, All Plays Network. Of course, you can check us out on Roku on there. And, of course, for all the people that come on YouTube, Facebook, we so appreciate you. Alberto, Aaron, thanks for stopping in, bro, conversating with us. We always enjoy it. Make sure you check us on Chop Shop, Sports Chop Shop on Tuesdays, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Avery, Big Game, Jay Stoggs, Smitty, and whoever else decides to stop by the shop. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And next week we got a big guest coming on. Plug it, man. Do it.
So next week, y'all, we want y'all to tune in to Big Game Sports Buzz, where I say, my man, we met each other through a mutual friend, and we did a celebrity function together at the Super Bowl back in the day. But Adrian Mad Becker Ross, former linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals and Arizona Cardinals, and a lot of you guys may remember this brother when he had the afro and he had it dyed to look just like a tiger. You know what I'm saying? That was Adrian back in the day, but he was a hell of a football player. He's a businessman now. He knows the game of football. He knows sports. And not just that, he's a good brother. So we're going to have Adrian Ross, the Mad Backer, on the show next week. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Big Game Sports Buzz next Thursday. And make sure y'all check out the Chop Shop, because something's going to happen over the weekend, sports related, where we're going to get together,
yes, sir,
talk about it on Tuesday, and get real stupid, okay? But it's good stupid. You know what I'm saying? Good stupid. Hey, Jay Stoggs, I'm Big Game. This has been Big Game Sports Buzz. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Dope. It's a dope groove.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes?